Good evening, everyone. This is Nick from VolumeProfileTrader.com on Tuesday, October 25th, and we're checking out the S&P E-mini right now. And guys, we see, we were down over 1% today. And I was saying yesterday, if you're following me, that I was selling into some of this strength, and sure enough, that was a good idea. But let's look at what's really going on here. Let's just use one of these moving averages for a second. And these are just exponential moving averages using Fibonacci numbers. If you want to get those Fibonacci numbers, you can see some of them are up here, but you can just get in contact with me, however, and I'll give you the numbers. So basically, what I wanted to get to was the last two times price has been interested, it's sold off. Buyers have been interested to buy at this Fibonacci number, and this Fibonacci moving average, I'll give you, it's an 89. And, basically both times we had decent trades to the upside. If, definitely decent trades if you're trading the E-mini and have that leverage. But even for stocks, this was just part of a bigger time frame sideways movement. That's all it was, and time caught up and we saw a breakout. So basically we're back at that moving average that was relevant the last two times it was basically touching price. So does that mean I think that this market can bounce off this moving average again? Well, it may, to be honest, because if you look, this happens so often with chart patterns. We see, this triangle pattern that formed, higher lows and relatively a flat top, minor lower highs, and we get our breakout. And what happens when we get our breakout? We test the breakout, and then if it's strong, it continues higher. So that's one validation that, buying may hold this market up right here. Another reason maybe this is the top of the high volume area that was developed in that range, and I picked this particular level because look at the significant volume that comes out versus these areas up here. This is low volume and this is high volume, and you see our point of control is at 1195, and it's really what held this market for the last 3 days or couple weeks, really, whatever week price got up in these levels. So basically what I'm looking for is to say hey, are the buyers going to be here again? And if it shoots this moving average, it doesn't matter. It did it both times here. But the point is this general 1215 level going to hold? And we're going to find out tomorrow. If it doesn't, then right back to 1200, I assume, because that point of control is going to act like a magnet and price is going to want to go right to it. So basically on the S&P, you're looking at these levels tomorrow, this 1215 level, where it was resistance twice, and now we're looking for some type of support at the moving average that's been support for the last week or so, and some high volume support, the top of the high volume area. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. There could be opportunity to buy. Our ceiling for the short term is 1250, so be prepared to have to take profits at 1250, but you may get a trading opportunity there nonetheless. And if we don't hold those levels, then your target's 1200 on the downside. This is the S&P 500 now. I'm going to go into silver. Here we go, the SLV silver, the silver ETF. I'm just going to get right into it. We see this huge monster move that silver made to the downside last month, but we also see that it's holding this level, and now it's starting to break out to the upside. So, we see this consolidation pattern, this triangle, these lower highs, lower lows, and then we connect these. And now we're seeing a breakout right at the point of control from October. Notice it bounced off point of control from September, and we connected these lows and it ended up being relative support. So now we're seeing a breakout to the upside. Today I bought some November 33 calls for just under $1, 98 cents. And right now they were, when at the close, I believe they're up about 40%. But basically I have a target of really $34, $33 to 34. We're right at these previous highs, which 32.50. If we really break above that, I don't see why we don't test this 34, 35 level, but we're going to wait and see. I have a nice profit on these, so basically my stop's at break even right now, just to ensure that I don't lose any money, just in case silver, takes a whack tomorrow for whatever reason. But, right now we are seeing a breakout. Let me put up the moving averages that I use with the S&P just to show you what they're doing. Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking at. This was our pattern. This is our breakout. You can see that we're getting some selling pressure. We see potential for, a pullback of any sort. And there's two ways to look at this. One is these moving averages, the bigger ones are still moving down. Some of them are starting to turn. But if you look at these smaller ones, they're definitely starting to point up. And, that shows you that, overall, yes, we are still in a balance range, but we did get this breakout, and this breakout could be something more. Given how volatile silver is, I'm looking for it to retrace some of this down movement that we've seen. And no, I really don't expect it to go to 39. It could, but I doubt it. I'm really looking for more 33, 34, a base hit, hopefully double my money on my options. We'll see though, but my stop's at break even, and my cost basis 98 cents. If you can get in there maybe at a lower price level than where it is now, then maybe that works for you, or maybe you can buy the 34s. Just realize that you are late to this trade, and I'm not recommending to do so one way or the other. Okay, I need to cover Apple because I put out a video earlier today, and if you saw it, I was saying that there could be a case to get bullish Apple, and it's going to make another push towards 406 to 410. I said that, we had to see this. Originally, this point of control was down at this 383 level, and it moved up here today, and what I thought was that would be the signal to get long and look basically for a move higher. What was concerning to me was the fact that we have all this regret up here that basically bought up here, and now they're literally stranded on an island, and that's actually what this move is called. It's an island reversal, where we get a move and then a gap up, and the range holds, and then we get a gap down, and we don't see her. The retest fails, and the gap remains open. And that's what we're seeing right now in Apple, and I got long Apple today. I got stopped out. Small loss. It was small risk. So basically I was trying to make a push for this swing to the upside, and we didn't get it, which is fine. I'm not really concerned about that. What concerns me is the fact that Apple it's weak, and basically 2% sell-off, I think it outsold the market in terms of performance. But you can see these moving averages, they've intertwined between price for a while now, but generally speaking they've been moving up, except for right here where we had a huge snapback. But this volatility is kind of getting me thinking that maybe Apple's going to take a leg lower back down to the 380, 370 level, and if that's so, then we have a while to go. One thing, I like to see that, to be honest, it looks like this may have a little more time to develop. Maybe if you're looking for a trade on Apple, I'm not recommending this unless if you have the experience doing it, but maybe selling a 420 by 410 call credit spread. It can either expire, I guess November would be the most appropriate, but you could also do the weeklies that come out on Thursday for expiring next week. But if we continue to see weakness in Apple and this 400 level continues to, be this, be the rejection, the ceiling, and, let's say, for example, we move lower tomorrow, and let's say, we find a low at this same level, and we bounce off, and we remain in this level. Well, if the last high is at this point of control, and we break below, that's pretty dang bearish to me, and that's basically the confirmation of your trade. So you're looking to put this trade somewhere on around 400, and you'll know if you're wrong if it breaks above really 405, and that's really your risk on the trade. But if Apple is going to start moving lower, which it could, you can't, just because it's Apple doesn't mean it can move lower, but even so, that's the next move that we're looking to see in Apple. When it gets down to these lower levels again, this point of control could move back up here, which would, as long as price is above it, it would give me a bullish sense on the market. So this is me, Nick Inman, covering the E-mini S&P, Silver, and Apple on Tuesday, October 25th. I hope you like this. I hope you get a trading idea from it. We're going to see some type of opportunity in the next couple days.